Hello guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Welcome back to my channel. My name is SimsPhie and we're back with another video. So today I'm here with my dream apartment. It's kind of like a part two of the dream wardrobe I did of my SimSelf. Yeah, I think we'll just hop right into it. So as you can see, I kind of reconfigured 910 Medina Studios, I think is how you pronounce it. It's in the arts quarter, I believe. As I mentioned in my last video, if you saw it, I'm a singer and a musician and I love art, so I consider myself a pretty creative person, so I thought it would make the most sense to put myself in the arts quarter. So I found like a super cute small apartment and I decided to kind of refurbish it into a studio. I believe it's originally designed with like bedroom and a bathroom and then just sort of like a kitchen living room space, and I decided it would be, I don't know, more my style to just open that up and make it into a studio. So I first just kind of like deleted all the walls and the furniture and everything, and it has like a couple, because it's kind of a TLC apartment, it's got like the pipes in it, a couple of mouse holes, which would not be ideal in real life, but I liked kind of the industrial look of the kind of more rundown apartment, so I thought that that would make the most sense for what I was trying to do. All right, and so what I ended up doing was removing all of the carpet because I hate carpet and I'm allergic to carpet and I don't want that. So I replaced it all with wood floors, and I am obsessed with exposed brick inside of apartments. So I just brick walled the whole thing. So I started out with the kitchen, and I really love mint blue looking cabinets, so I wanted to kind of represent that in this kitchen. And so yeah, I covered the whole thing with like mint, sort of bluish mintish counters and cabinets, and then a mint bluish green fridge that was a little bit run down because I really like the kind of industrial rustic look, as well as yeah, like kind of the like old timey looking oven, which kind of fits again in that kind of rustic look as well, which is just my favorite thing. So the next space I kind of worked on was the living room. So I didn't have a ton of space to work with there because of the way that I sort of configured the bathroom. So I wanted the living room to be kind of cozy and a little bit like boho cottagecore-esque. So I used a lot of the furniture from Paranormal Stuff. I ended up going with that couch from Paranormal Stuff, which I'm just going to use all the time in every build I ever do now. So I use that couch in kind of like a white and minty yellow color because those are colors I just really love. And then I also ended up using the end table from Paranormal Stuff. Again, it was just so cute and very much my actual style. I also ended up going with a coffee table that I think is also from Paranormal Stuff, and it has these adorable flowers painted on top, and it looks like someone just like painted a design directly on top of the coffee table, which is so something I would totally buy, and I love it so much. It felt very indicative of what kind of like me apartment would be. And I just put down a small television, and I also hung up a ceiling fan on top of the little like light bulb light from Laundry Day, I believe. And oh, I also put down the mason jar lights as well from, I believe, Parenthood. The idea of mason jar lights kind of kills me. I have never really seen that in person in real life, so I'm not really sure how that would work, but the idea of that makes me very happy. So I was like, let me put that down as well. And one more thing for the kitchen, I ended up going back and adding kind of a small dining area. So I really like, again, that rustic wooden look, almost like barn-like, and I put down kind of a rustic wooden French looking table, as well as some chairs that were a bunch of different colors and felt kind of like witchy and fun. So I went with those. I think they're two chairs from City Living, blue one with the little moon on it, which I think is super cute, and that green one with the flower. Again, super my style. And then I also ended up layering two rugs on top of each other for the living room, because I just really like the idea of something feeling very cozy and kind of mixed up, and color layering two rugs felt very me. And then I added that kind of boho looking big rug from, I believe, Paranormal Stuff in blue into kind of my bedroom space. And I went with that bed from City Living, sort of like futon, I think it is, from City Living, and kind of rustic looking end table that I believe is from Pets or Cats and Dogs, and a rustic looking gray dresser and a black round mirror that kind of fit with that rustic look as well. And I sort of just pushed them up against the wall right near the pipes. So for the area next to my bed, I ended up adding in a little desk and laptop with a standing lamp just to be like a little office space. Been playing with my SimSelf a little bit, kind of go to college in the psych degree, which is pretty close to what I do. Felt like it would make a lot of sense to kind of have that like office desk space, even though I can't have like a whole actual office room in this small apartment. And then I added in the laundry there as well. And I thought it'd be fun to kind of go with that same thing I was doing for the living room to make the whole studio feel really cohesive by making the laundry yellow and blue to kind of match with the rug and with the bed and with the living room area, so everything feels very cohesive, and we're using a lot of blues and yellows. So I wanted things to feel mismatched in some ways, but also holding that cohesive energy, look, and color. Then I also added in a little bookshelf, the one from, I think, Moschino Stuff. I could be wrong about that though, that I just love. I think it's so cute, so I thought it would make a lot of sense to put that down there. And a little dog bowl for my dog Bella, who will be living here with me in this apartment. And so I just started going through and adding clutter and decorations. So I am obsessed with clutter in the game. I have to put it on absolutely everything. So the way that I go about building in a lot of cases, or interior designing, I guess, is I sort of put down the bare bones as you saw, and then I go back and add in lots of little details to make the house feel really lived in. So I like it to feel like, yeah, like the Sims actually live here, that it's like, it's got that cozy lived in feel that kind of adds to the realism of the game when I'm playing. So big part of that is adding lots and lots of clutter. And then I also kind of wanted to add in some of the activities and things that I like to do. So I ended up placing down the Digiboard keyboard. I thought about putting in an upright piano, that is CC that I have, but I couldn't really get it to work with the size that the apartment was, and it was between that and the bookshelf, and I thought the bookshelf made more sense. So I just popped down a small keyboard next to the bed room area, as well as like a place for dog toys. And then I also put down a guitar in my room as well, because I play guitar. I also play ukulele, but I wasn't able to add that in for obvious reasons. We don't have that in the game. I'm hoping we get more instruments, because I feel like that would be really great if we had that in the future, but we'll see. The lighting of the whole house, I kind of just went with stuff that was rustic looking. So you can see in the bedroom, I also put down those like saucer, almost metal looking lights that also seem to fit in with that rustic look. I also ended up putting down a gaming rig, because obviously I love to play The Sims and games, so it felt very fitting for me. And I'm also obsessed with plants. So anyone who knows me in real life knows that I am obsessed with plants. There are plants all over my room, and I imagine will be all over my apartment. There's literally one like right next to me. This is one of my money tree. It's one of my favorites. So I love plants. I will put them wherever I can. And so I just threw plants all over this apartment. So I just kind of went through, added lots of different paintings and things. So I'm come from a French-speaking family. I'm a huge fan of Paris. I've been there several times. It's one of my favorite places to visit. So I kind of threw in lots of details. So you can see there's like a little Eiffel Tower down, a little French flag. Yeah, and then lots and lots of plants. I put up a little whiteboard to-do list, which is totally something I would have. And then I added a little clutter on top of the laundry, which I believe was CC. A little bonsai tree, kind of string lights. I love string lights. I have LED lights behind me right now, but I also really love string lights. I also added that painting from Get Famous that I'm obsessed with. I put it down in like every house that I build. I just think it's super aesthetically pleasing, so I tossed that into my apartment as well. I feel like it came out very cluttered in like a good way. It felt very me. Totally a place that I would live in. I'm a little bit jealous that my SimSelf gets to live here and I do not. So for the bathroom, I ended up just kind of putting in a little shower, a toilet, and a rustic looking sink to kind of, again, fit in with that rustic feel. I wanted lots of plants and decorations and things in there, so I threw in lots of those, as well as like that like one single bulb light that feels very rustic, and I love it a lot. I also ended up putting down lots of callbacks to wine, because I am a total wine fanatic. So I've got that giant wine painting over the French flag in the kitchen, down like 3 wine bottles on the bookshelf, bottle and glasses on the counter, lots of wine references, because I just am obsessed. Yeah, so basically that was what I went with for my dream apartment. I hope you guys liked this video. Remember to like and subscribe if you would like to see more from me. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a magical, marvelous day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!